As for the announcement for what Cedar Point is going to be adding in 2023 nears, we have some huge news now at our hands thanks to the amazing work of parkfans.net. I have been covering all the rumors the last month or so about a potential new roller coaster or ride being added to the park. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you some spicy information that I know you'll want to learn about since it deals with just how large of an area that the 2023 project will take up. Then, near the end of the video, I'm going to share with you my updated predictions, including a very intriguing new one. But first, this video is dedicated to two of my most loyal viewers. To the guy who thinks my last video is all BS and there's no room for a coaster. Yeah, okay, if you still think there's not enough room for a new coaster like I've been predicting for months now, then you're going to love this. And to the guy who says my voice is so cringe. You know what's funny is that my wife says the exact same thing. Oh well. Now, let's dive into the timeline of my past predictions. Ever since we learned about Wicked Twister getting removed, I predicted that a new coaster would be located in this area some way, somehow. And then, in mid-May, after I visited the park and saw the construction area, I told you that this would definitely be a new restaurant of some kind overlooking the beautiful beach of Lake Erie, and probably not a coaster at this point. Once the plans got leaked about the new Grand Pavilion, I created an updated video saying that I still think there could be a new ride coming, or at least the giant wheel could get relocated to somewhere else in the park so it doesn't block the view of the new pavilion. As most of us know, something very exciting happened in early July when one of my friends shared some photos of a very good-sized area that now has a portable privacy fence going around it next to the Cedar Point Express Hotel. Now, for those of you who do not think this is a very big deal, well, for most new coasters, this is the area that the track is stored awaiting construction. So yes, a fence being put up in this area is very significant. Mixed in with the exciting news that park fans just shared with me today leads me to think that we will start to see new tracks showing up in this staging area very shortly. Yes, new track. Now, I'm going to show you the area that I think the new Grand Pavilion would cover. Now notice, there's a lot more room left for use, particularly in the area where the old stadium used to be located. While that's not a very large area for a full-size coaster, what if I told you this project would then travel all the way from Windseeker all the way down to Gatekeeper, which would then create an area that is around 840 feet long, which is longer than Dragster's launch. But the great news is, the area isn't done growing yet, because this new project is also going to travel outwards towards the main midway, creating a plot of land, as you can see here, that is over 4.5 acres. And with what roller coasters can accomplish today, this is a ton of room to work with. With this area, I think there's a very good chance that Troika and Tiki Twirl do get relocated to somewhere else in this area or the park, or better yet, the new roller coaster would just travel around or above these attractions. Coming in 2023, I predict we're going to see a whole new themed area that's going to have a boardwalk theme open up. And inside of the new area, you're going to have popular attractions like Troika, the bumper cars, Max Air, Tiki Twirl, and of course, the 150-foot tall giant wheel. And I think it's a pretty safe bet that we could see a few of these rides getting repainted or even maybe rethemed altogether to align with the new themed area. Now, the only thing that I find odd is that the Kitty Kingdom is still standing. I personally think it would have been a better business move for the park to remove this area entirely, but keep a few of the better attractions and to have the new roller coaster interact with them in some way. But sadly, I am not in charge of these decisions for Cedar Point yet. With the extremely high chances of this project including a new roller coaster, I doubt we will see a new ride come to the park as well. But that's okay, because this is not going to be the Aero Wild Mouse coaster coming over from California's Great America. In my past videos, I predicted 5 different types of coasters that could come to Cedar Point, and they include a Gerstlauer Infinity, a new family spinner also coming from Gerstlauer, a modern wooden coaster, and lastly, a Mach family spinning coaster or a Mach Extreme Spinner. I am going to eliminate 3 of these predictions right now, since we know the overall size of the project. Again, thanks to the wonderful work from parkfans.net. And the first removed prediction would be a modern wooden coaster. As said before, this project had a slim chance of happening due to the insane cost in wood right now. The next would be a Gerstauer spinning coaster. I really do love these rides, but sadly due to capacity, the next coaster at Cedar Point will not be this type. 3 left and 1 more to remove. And that would have to be the Gerstauer Infinity Coaster. And I really hate doing that, because I was really hoping that this project was indeed an Infinity Coaster. So that leaves us with 2 awesome styles of coasters from Mock Rides, and 2 attractions that offer a spinning sensation. Something that no other coasters at America's Rock and Roller Coaster currently offers. So I personally really like this fit. It appears that the new roller coaster will use at least most of this area that you see outlined here, really creating an awesome look and feel around the new themed area. But will this coaster be a family spinner or an extreme spinner? Will it feature a lift hill or a launch or something else? And more on that in a minute. There's so many questions and not enough answers. But knowing what I know now, I'm going to give it a 60% chance that Cedar Point's 16th roller coaster will be a new record-breaking family spinning coaster coming from Mock Rides. I would expect the park to market this as the tallest, longest, fastest, blah 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 family spinning coaster in the world, and I could also see it offering 2 lift hills or 2 launches or maybe more. While of course, I want Cedar Point to add another extreme coaster, I totally understand why they're going for a family one for this expansion. Now keep in mind, there is no coaster on this side of the main midway that offers a low enough height requirement for kids to enjoy who also spend some time at one of the kid areas nearby. And I'm talking around a 42-inch height requirement for this new coaster. Cedar Fair has already installed a few roller coasters from Mock Rides that have all done really well for their respective parks. So I am totally okay with the new Mock Rides coaster opening at Cedar Point in 2023. Sierra Sidewinder at Knott's and the other Mock family spinners out there aren't really even a family ride because you get some great spinning sensations and the ride experience is honestly just awesome. These rides are a ton of fun, and another interesting thing is, even though this design has been around now since 1997, the model has really caught fire as of late, and we now have seen 3 of these new coasters open in 2021 alone. So a Mock Spinner is what I predict will become the next roller coaster to open at Cedar Point, but what if it's something larger? What if I'm wrong, and instead we are looking at the other version of a Mock family coaster? Let's say something like Busch Gardens Tampa's Cobra Curse. This roller coaster could feature a vertical lift, which if placed right, would provide beautiful views of Lake Erie, and then halfway through the layout, offer a launch or a regular lift hill. What I love about this is that this type of coaster offers so many different riding experiences mixed into one, and that would be a huge benefit for Cedar Point because there's nothing else like this around. Just imagine this new roller coaster going forwards for part of the ride, and then you ride backwards to the next section. And then for the finale, the lock mechanism on the car gets released, and then you freely spin as you head through turns, helixes, and drops all the way to the final brake run. Cobra's Curse is an awesome roller coaster that does not get talked about enough. This new roller coaster would then become one of the most popular rides at the park if it would feature the same riding experience as Cobra's Curse. Again, a huge shout out goes to parkfans.net for allowing me to use their findings to share with you just how large this project's gonna be. So be sure to follow them on social media, and you're gonna find a link in this video's description. So I hope you are excited because it sounds like Cedar Point could be getting a new coaster next year. And I really hope you liked my predictions, and I would love to know yours. So be sure to let me know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.